It was about if you
Hmm.
have a closed function,
Hmm.
so the stationary points, why do you have to include the points at the ends?
Okay,
If
if you
you're
have a
yeah, if you're trying to
if you
find the stationary point of a closed function, why do you have
closed
to look?
function,
Yeah.
can you give me the example of any closed function?
Uh, okay, just a second. Fx equals to negative x to the power of 4 plus 2x squared plus 3.
Is there any
And
domain
the
written?
domain is my negative 2 comma 2 included, both of them.
Negative 2 comma 2 included. Okay, now what is the question? What they are asking basically?
Find all points of absolute minima and maxima on the given interval.
So they are actually not asking you to find stationary point. They are asking you to find absolute minima and absolute maxima. Okay.
Yeah,
So okay. Now let me just explain you. If I need to find the stationary point, first of all, what I do is I have to differentiate it. Correct.
yeah,
Now what is the differentiation? Minus 4x cubed plus 4x. This would be the
okay.
differentiation. Correct.
Yes,
Okay. Now if I have to find any for stationary point, what I do is I just put f dash x is equals to 0.
yeah,
Okay, so I get minus 4x as a common. It becomes x square minus 1 is equals to 0. I got
yeah,
three stationary points. One is 0, one is plus 1, one is minus 1. Yes, do you agree with me?
yes,
Okay. Now, just suppose the question is not about a stationary point. Question is
yeah,
about finding absolute maxima and minima. Correct? But but I know that these 3 points, which are stationary points, there are some local minima, local maxima. Correct?
yeah,
Local minima, local maximum. So I just need to find first of all where is local minima, where is local maxima. Okay. For that, what do you do is do you just draw us like this point 0, -1, and +1. Correct.
yeah,
And you put any value more than 1 into the d by dx, any value between 0 to 1, then 0 to -1, and then any negative value, and then you just find what is the graph, like how d by dx is actually um, happening. So I just write this point here. Where should I write? I think here. Okay, so if I write any value between more than 1, what happened to f dash x? So more than 1, if I write 2, so it becomes negative, this becomes, so this is negative, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
negative, d by dx is negative. Okay, any value between 0 to 1, what I get is positive, negative,
positive.
positive. Okay, and I'm just believing on you. What is value if you drew -1 to 1? What are you getting?
Minus 1 to 1. I think that should be negative.
That should be negative, or you're really getting negative.
Uh,
You should not like
I
trust
think
it, okay? Because sometimes there are point of inflections also. So you have to put any value between like -0.5 you put, and then it's minus minus plus it becomes. So I think yeah, it's positive. No, it's negative. I think you have to put it. Wait, let me do it. -4 times 0.5 cut 3 plus 4 times zero point 0.5. No, minus 0.5. No, wait, -4 times minus 0.5 to the power 3 plus 4 times minus 0.5. Yeah, I'm getting negative, correct. And any value, I will get positive. Okay, now Tanmay, understand. Very simple. So
yeah,
if I just draw this line from 1 to, so see, 0 is here, and let me just थोड़ा इसको छोटा करता हूँ मैं ताकि समझ में I do understand Hindi.
yeah, I do.
Oh, wow. Where do you live?
Currently in China.
Currently in China. Okay, and you are born in India.
Yeah, India.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah,
Okay, so see, this was the 0. Then I have 1. Then I have -1, and the domain by was given to -2 and +2. Correct? Now I
Right.
know that at 0, sorry, 0 minus 1. So from 1, it is maxima, local maxima. Can you see? At
Yeah.
1, it is local maxima. Why? Because the transition is from plus to minus, right?
Yeah.
The dy by dx was plus first and then minus. So at
Mm.
1, it is maxima. Okay. So this is maxima here. Okay. And this
Yeah.
is going like this. And what is happening at the 0? It is minima. So 0 पे ये minima और यहाँ पर ये suppose maxima and then it is minimum. So the curve would
Yeah.
be like this. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Now suppose this maxima minima, मैंने तो इतना बड़ा बना दिया, मैं इसको थोड़ा छोटा करता हूँ. तो तुम्हारा जो क्वेश्चन है ना वो मेरे को पता है, मेरे को आंसर करना है ना. वो ये है, देखो.
जी.
1 पे मैक्सिमा बन रहा है. सपोज ये मैक्सिमा बिल्कुल छोटा है, मिनिमम बिल्कुल छोटा है, और ये मैक्सिमा बिल्कुल छोटा है, लेकिन ये यहाँ जा रहा है. तो कैन यू
Okay.
सी कि हाँ, तो जो लोकल मैक्सिमा है सपोज उसका वैल्यू आया 1, सपोज, है ना.
Yeah.
और जो
Yeah.
ये लोकल मिनिमा आया उसका वैल्यू आया सपोज -1, और ये जो 1 आया सपोज इसका वैल्यू आया 2. बट ये जो माइनस आया -2 पर, हो सकता है ये वैल्यू -3 आता हो, पॉसिबली. तो यू कांट से
Yes.
कि इसका जो लोकल मिनिमा है वो इसका एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमा है, पॉसिबल नहीं, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है ना.
Yes.
इसलिए हम -2 और 2 को जब इंक्लूड करेंगे तो हमको एब्सोल्यूट कर्व का एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमा, क्योंकि अगर अगर कर्व ऐसा है तो -2 पर एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमम मिल सकता है, समझ रहे हो.
Yes.
+2 पर एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमम मिल सकता है. तो हम कैसे फाइंड करेंगे कि क्या करना है? तो हम एक टेबल बना देंगे, राइट. वी जस्ट ड्रॉ अ टेबल एंड इन द टेबल वी जस्ट राइट दिस वैल्यू 0, 1, -1, 2 and -2, right? These are the value of x, and then I just put fx, और ये सारी वैल्यू हम fx पे निकालेंगे, राइट. तो
Yeah. Yeah.
फटाफट से 0 रखा तो 3 आया, 1 रखा तो कितना आया, जल्दी से बताओ. 1 रखा तो
Four.
5 में से 4, करेक्ट.
Four again.
4, और -1 पे 4 अगेन. ओके.
Yeah.
और 2,
-5, and then again
माइनस
-5.
-5. दैट मीन्स वी वर करेक्ट कि यहाँ पर ये -5 आ रहा है. तो वी आर नॉट आस्क्ड टू फाइंड द स्टेशनरी पॉइंट, वी आर आस्क्ड टू फाइंड एब्सोल्यूट मैक्सिमा एंड मिनिमा. सो एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमा इज एट 2 और -2. दिस इज
Yeah.
एब्सोल्यूट मिनिमा, right?
Yeah.
And what is maxima? Maxima is at 1 and 4. So 1 and -1 पे ये 4 बन रहा है, तो ये maxima बन रहा है. In the domain, there is a
Yeah.
possibility when you extend the domain, the absolute maxima minima will change. Why? Because possible that there is another value of minima and there is another value of maxima.
Yeah, because the reason why I asked you for the stationary point question was because if we imagine that this scenario is not a closed interval and it's like a
Mhm.
full interval. So, but my point was if we were to do the sign analysis and find the stationary points, would it
Mhm.
automatically tell us the largest values even outside the uh
No, it doesn't. It doesn't give you, right. It gives you local maxima. There is a term local maxima, local minima, and absolute maxima, absolute minima. Get it?
yeah,
So there is a possibility. Yes, there is a possibility that any local maxima minima can be absolute maxima minima. It happens in case of x square. See, when you draw x square ka function, this local minima is basically absolute minima, right?
yeah,
But unless we are not aware of the domain, we are not the analysis, our analysis is not proper, so we can't say that it's absolute maxima or minima. So it can be local maxima minima, can be absolute maxima minima, but unless we do the proper analysis, we
so
cannot
does that mean
conclude it.
yeah. So does that mean typical questions that do not give us the closed interval domain will not ask
Mhm.
us about the absolute minima or maxima?
Exactly, yes, they will not ask us.
Okay.
Yes.